Hello students, welcome back to the class. Students, today we will be learning about the destructive distillation of coal. So students, destructive distillation is the process of heating a substance in the absence of air, which clearly means that we are heating a substance but there is no air. And when we heat the coal, when we do the destructive distillation of coal, we get different materials like coke, coal tar, coal gas, ammonium liquid, etc. Now we will be studying what these substances are. First is coke. So students, when we heat bituminous coke, that is this coal, at very high temperature, then we get a residue, and that residue is the coke, which is a black colored solid porous material. And when we burn that residue, when we burn that coke, it gives no smoke, and that is the reason it is known as smokeless fuel. Next we have is the coal gas. Students, we have already read what coal gas is. It is a mixture of different gases, mainly carbon monoxide and hydrogen. And it has industrial it is used in the industrial processes, industries. Ammonium liquid, it is obtained as byproduct during a destructive distillation of coal. So when we do the destructive distillation of coal, that is when we heat it in the absence of air, then we get a byproduct, and ammonium liquid is actually that particular byproduct. Coal tar, it is a thick colored dark it is thick dark brown colored liquid which we get on the destructive distillation of coal. And when we do the fractional distillation of coal tar, then we will get so many different compounds which are used for different purposes, for making drugs, dyes and explosive, etc. Gas carbon. Students, when the carbon particles gets deposited on the walls of the container, are the gas carbon, and it is used for making the electrodes of the dry cells and the carbon rods of the arc lamps. Next student we have is the wood charcoal. So students, when we heat the wood pieces in the absence of air, that is when we do the destructive distillation of wood pieces, we get the wood charcoal. And what are the properties of wood charcoal? It is black in color, it is porous, brittle in nature, that is when we will apply any force on it, then it can easily get to break. The density is 1.5 gram per cubic centimeter, and it is a bad conductor of heat and electricity, and it also can absorb large volume of gases, liquids and even the solids. Next student we have is the sorption, which is a physical and chemical process, and this is actually the transfer of the or the accumulation of one phase onto the another phase, and it includes adsorption and absorption. Absorption is actually the process in which the molecules of one phase are uniformly interpenetrated among those of the another phase, and then they make a solution with the second phase. Whereas adsorption is a surface phenomena, that is the particles gets attached, or particles get accumulated on the surface of another phase. Next student we have is the uses of wood charcoal. So students, wood charcoal is used as a fuel because it has a low ignition temperature and it burns without producing any smoke, which we have already read. So therefore, because of this property, wood charcoal is used as a fuel, and it is also used in making the gas masks, which because it has this property of adsorbing the poisonous gases. The molecules of the poisonous gases will get adsorbed on the wood charcoal, which is being used in the manufacturing of gas masks. It is used for as a decolorizing agent for adsorbing the coloring matter from the sugar solutions, oils and the petroleum product. And apart from this, it is also used as a disinfectant for the purification of water. So all the impurities which are present in the water will get adsorbed to the wood charcoal. And apart from this, it is used for making filters and sieves, which are used for filtration. It is also act as a reducing agent in the extraction of metals from their oxides. So when we have the any metal oxide, let us say calcium oxide, and if we have to obtain calcium from it, so this oxygen will be reduced, or it can be so the reduction of the oxygen here will take place with the help of wood charcoal. And apart from this, it is also used in the manufacturing of gunpowder. Students, next we have is the sugar charcoal. How sugar charcoal is prepared? Students, it is prepared by destructive distillation of cane sugar. This is the formula for cane sugar, C12H22O11. So when we will heat this in the absence of air, we will get 12 molecules of carbon and 11 molecules of water. And it can also be prepared by adding concentrated H2SO4 to sugar. So when we will add concentrated H2SO4 to sugar, that is C12H22O11, it will give us 12 molecules of carbon, and it will remove 11 molecules of water from the sugar. And this is the purest form of amorphous carbon, that is sugar charcoal. It is used as a reducing agent again in the extraction of metals from the rock sides. Like wood charcoal was used. Likewise, sugar charcoal is also used, and it is also used in the preparation of artificial diamonds. The students, next we have is the bone charcoal, or which is also called animal charcoal. How it is prepared? When we do the destructive distillation of animal bones. So animal bones are heated very strongly in the absence of air. In the absence of air, there is no air, and that is how destructive distillation of bone charcoal is done. And we know that calcium and phosphorus are the main elements, or are the main minerals which are present in the bone. So this residue which we will get on heating this bone, in the absence of air, we will get a mixture of calcium phosphate, which is around 90%, and bone charcoal will be 10% in that residue. And now this calcium phosphate is dissolved in concentrated hydrochloric acid, and then bone charcoal is filtered out and washed with the water. Now this residue which we will get is porous, granular, and black in color, and this is also known as bone black or ivory black. This is very important to remember. And where this is used, this bone charcoal is used to decolorize the cane sugar during the manufacturing of sugar. So to make it more useful, to decolorize it, bone charcoal is used, and it is also used as a black colored pigment in the artistic painting. It is also used for the removal of impurities. As I have told you, carbon has this property of absorbing the impurities. So for the removal of impurities, bone charcoal is used, and a large number of phosphorus compounds are obtained using bone charcoal, because it contains 90% of the calcium phosphate. And aquarium water can also be filtered using this bone charcoal. Next we have is the blood charcoal. So students, what is blood charcoal? So it is made by the destructive distillation of blood, and it is very activated charcoal. Blood charcoal is made by evaporating blood with the potassium carbonate, igniting the mixture, washing the so students, when we will evaporate the blood with the potassium carbonate, then igniting the mixture, washing the charred residue which we will get, we have to wash it with water and HCl, and then again we have to ignite it. Then potassium carbonate furnishes a basis on which carbonaceous matter is deposited and rendered porous. Now what this blood charcoal is used? It is used for decolorizing liquids, and also for selective adsorption of a series of animal body fluids. So for quantitative estimation means when we are finding the values of certain body liquids. So for that purpose, blood charcoal is used. Now what is lamp black? Students, if you see in this, lamp black is that black color material which gets accumulated here. Can you see here? So that black color material is actually the lamp black, which is mainly used in the making of black colored shoe polish, carbon papers, printing inks, etc. And apart from this, it is also used in manufacturing of the tires, gunpowder, and the kajal that these girls use. No, so that kajal is also made from this lamp black. In order to make this lamp black, what do we have to do is we have to heat the compounds which contains carbon, or the oils which contains carbon, like kerosene oil is there, turpentine oil is there. So we will get the lamp black here. So that is the lamp black, which is used for various purposes.